Pilates Roll Up, which is a great overall exercise for strengthening our abdominals, stretching our back, and even doing some lower body strengthening as well. And for a lot of folks, it might not be super accessible right off the bat, so I'm going to take you through modifications that you can do so that you can get a solid roll-up. And I am Kayadam Russell. I am a certified Pilates instructor, master instructor for Balanced Body, and I also have a master's degree in kinesiology. So let's get started. Okay. So the first way we're going to start working on our roll-ups is actually more of a roll down. So you're going to start with your knees bent, not bent at 90 degrees, they're going to be about a 45-degree angle, and you're going to be sitting up nice and tall on your sits bones, and you're going to have your hands behind your thighs, okay? And then you're going to breathe in and exhale, deepen those abdominals, and as you deepen those abdominals, you're imagining that you have a long tail that's curling under and coming back up towards your nose. And your tail is going to be really leading the way, and you're going to just start to roll down through the spine. And the goal here is that each vertebra has a moment where it presses into the mat, and then you're going to lengthen out nice and flat. Now, that in and of itself is a really nice way to strengthen eccentrically. You're strengthening as you're kind of rolling down. And then you can even just roll to your side and use your hands to come up and then return back to where you started, and then you can keep building up strength that way. So that's our first kind of step, is just rolling down and then rolling over to your side. Now the second step is basically you're going to start in the same way. So we're sitting up nice and tall, and you're going to exhale, deepen those abdominals, pulling the tail towards the pubic bone towards the chest, flattening that abdominal wall, and roll down. And then you're going to breathe in, let the arms float overhead, and then you're going to inhale the arms towards the ceiling, exhale, nod the chin, deepen those abdominals, and then you're going to use your arms to help you slowly roll up, keeping the knees bent. So that's going to be the next progression. From there, we're going to do that same thing, and now we're going to try to do it with no arms. So the arms are going to be long. You're going to breathe in and exhale, deepen those abdominals, curling the tailbone under, lengthening through one vertebra at a time. Arms stay reaching really long and strong, and then you're going to lower all the way down, arms float overhead. Inhale, arms to ceiling. Exhale, nod the chin. Keep the tail curling under, so your lower back is going to be rounded here as well, and then you're going to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Fabulous. Now from there, we can do many variations, and now what we're going to do is basically straightening our legs, and we're going to work the way down first. So arms are long, getting taller through the spine. I like to imagine that there's a really friendly dragon that's got a hold of my head and is lifting me up nice and tall. Breathe in, exhale, lengthening that pelvis under, deepening those abdominals, keeping the spine rounded but lifted so we're not collapsing through the spine. And then you're going to float the arms over. Now from there, if you like, you could bend your knees and come back up that way. But instead, we're going to have our legs long. Inhale up and exhale, rolling through one vertebra at a time. And then lengthening up and over, keeping that nice rounded spine position so we're not flattening down. You're keeping yourself lifted up. Inner thighs are squeezing together. Breathe in and exhale. Lengthening under, the tailbone slides down. The sits bones are walking down the legs behind you. Then you're going to roll through. Keep pressing through those heels and keep pressing those inner thighs. Inhale, arms up, and exhale. Rolling through to return, rounding the spine. Beautiful. So there is one more kind of great modification to know for your roll-up, and basically that is taking a towel. We're going to make a little lumbar roll. So we're going to take our towel and just roll it up here, right? So you want to have something that's not too thick, So you wouldn't use like a big beach towel. This is just a little hand towel. And then what you're going to do is place this behind your lower back. And you can use this for all of the different variations. So bent knees or straight knees. And you're going to basically line this up right around where your belly button is. It's kind of like the deepest part of the curve of your back. And just kind of play to make sure that you're going to have that in the right position. And then you're going to basically breathe in and exhale, roll down. And then your lower back is going to find the lumbar roll. And then it's going to feel really good and give your back something to press into as you're rolling up. So for those of us with like a really deep lumbar curve, or somebody who might have more gluteals, this can really help. It brings the mat to your back. And if your back is tighter, or if this is just really for some, you feel like you can't flatten your lower back into the mat, this is a wonderful way to kind of work on that and help to open up and stretch those low back muscles. Okay, so last time, legs are straight, and we're gonna breathe in, getting nice and tall. Exhale. Feel those sits bones walking down the back of the thighs, rolling through, arms float overhead. Inhale, arms towards the ceiling, and exhale, deepening those abdominals and curling up one vertebra at a time, and rounding forward, and then lengthen up nice and tall. Good. So I hope that this was helpful and that you now understand how to do a Pilates roll-up just a little bit better. And it is a wonderful exercise and definitely something that practice makes perfect. So if you are, if it's not accessible today, just try these different modifications and variations and then keep practicing and you will get there. Okay, have a wonderful day. Take care.